Hi.
I still feel like we don't have like an introduction that we're supposed to be doing.
There's no time, we've got to get into it.
Straight into it. So what was the first thing that we wanted to talk about today?
I would like to talk about the enormously well-organised and successful rollout of Centerlink support for everyone who's lost their jobs. It has been
obviously
Centerlink.
Centerlink is smooth at the best of times. I think
well, it's just all the regular shitheads trying to access it. Yeah.
You know, it's like a smooth transition. They never want weird things like your fucking second grandfather's like toenail.
We need your birth certificate again!
Yeah, again, because they definitely lost it. But I think we should definitely be like, thank you people who are working at Centerlink. I'm sure that's a fucking
shit gig. Every time I've spoken to them, I'm like, are you allowed to work from home? Is there sanitizer? And you know they're not allowed to say it's terrible. But the vibe I get is that it's terrible.
So here's the situation. I would say, what is it, like 1 million, 2 million Australians essentially like are now unemployed overnight. And our Centrelink network has hired, I think they said 5,000 extra people. I don't know.
The people they should have been hiring from the ranks of the unemployed years ago.
You just scoop them off the street. But I think even if you do some like internet math, which is a different kind of math than actual math, but like even if you do the basic math, that is not enough people to process all the people who require payments. Right?
Not all at once. And unsurprisingly, everything crashed. The website totally crashed. And the Government Services Minister, Stuart Robert, he did some maths of his own. And he figured out the only way this could have happened is if we were hacked.
We were hacked.
We were hacked. That's how the dick pics got out, and that's why the Centerlink website crashed. We were hacked.
I want to see that.
Everyone's hacked. No one's ever sent anything inappropriate on the internet, and every government website is well made. They're always hacks. And then like 4 hours later, he was like, nah, it's not a hack. It just turns out that
actually
half of Australia was trying to use it at once.
Too many people. Like we don't have the capacity. So it turns out it's just the website is no good for anybody. And now if you go to the website, like I was trying to check today, and it's just like, sorry, service unavailable.
I can't, it's too heavy.
But yeah, I mean, that would happen when the entire country is trying to get these like tasty, big, fat, beefy
Corona bucks
payments.
With some of that free Corona money coming to me,
I feel like the thing is, like, if you're kind of on the poorer end of things, then that $1,000 a fortnight is like, holy shit, what am I gonna do with all this money?
It's temporarily life-changing.
Yeah, it's temporarily life-changing. I love the idea, or I'm actually mortified and disgusted by the idea that this payment was like unlivable for like 20 years. It hasn't been raised. It was like disgusting.
It's 40 bucks a day.
Yeah, it's like, come on, who can live on that? And now that like real people who aren't extremely poor people require this money, now we're able to like do it almost instantaneously. So definitely hashtag eat the rich, but also like I'm glad that there is something being done, but also why does it have to be such a bumblefuck? Like what about, okay, so I think we've all had the images seared into our minds of the thousands of people just trying to access like their living wage, lining up at maybe not a safe distance from each other at Centerlinks.
It looked like the best chance to get coronavirus from someone else since the great toilet paper scramble of 5 days ago. It was like they're all bunched up, they don't know what's going on. And talk about a system shock. Like, if you're kind of scummy, as I am, then you're somewhat familiar with Centerlink as you've fallen in and out of stable employment over your life. But for regular people who've never had to deal with this, what a system shock.
I'm so sorry for them.
Oh, well, that's okay, because it's not normal.
I'm a human.
It's, no, I'm a regular person. I'm not a student.
I'm not a scum cunt.
Yeah, so I really feel for those guys, because it's going to be like jumping in the ice pool. Oh, that's okay. It's, that's what the net's for. And, oh, Christ, nothing works. And they talk to me like I'm a piece of shit.
There's just trash in the net, like just constantly trash.
And then the cops turn up and they're just like, go home. It's not going to happen today. Go home. And I think some people actually expected to walk out of the door with money in their heads, which is hilarious. Oh. I've only got 10 bucks left. Then you, lady, are fucked, because it's going to be a while before anything lands in your account.
Do we have any like pro tips for, as people who have been on and off Centerlink because of our socioeconomic background? Have you got any pro tips for how
we have loads, but we're not going to share them with you, because otherwise you'll all be in the same position as us, and we're going to use our superior veterancy scumbaggery to jump ahead of you in the queue. So that's what you get for not being on the dole before now.
for winning at life.
Yeah, that's what you get for your success, for your opportunities of being born well, for your educational opportunities, for trying. This is punishment for trying hard. Me, didn't try, and now look at me, Centerlink veteran.
Are you being...
Eat my dust.
Jesus. All right, so the other thing obviously that happened, I think it was this week, was this cruise liner that had
several cruise liners.
Oh, really? It's more than one? God,
yeah, several turned up at once.
Okay,
yeah.
so a cruise liner has kind of like gone to New Zealand, come back again, gone to New Zealand, come back again, and people have like on the ship's log, there's a few people who have just kind of like got a casual illness that's like a fever and exactly the things that are coronavirus. This ship docks and they just let everybody off. I don't know if we've been following what's going on, but we're kind of in a pandemic a little bit right now.
It was like a plague ship pulling up the shore and vomiting onto the coast.
Doesn't it feel like an error you would make in like a zoo management game where you're like, oh, a sick passenger has arrived at your gates. Oh, you let him in, and now it's like spreading everywhere.
It's like how Nosferatu gets there.
A classic reference.
This boat turns up covered in rats and sick people, and
Don't they just let it in?
Yeah,
crazy.
And like within about a day, they were like, "What? Actually, no. Some of those people are sick. Hey, if you were sick, perhaps you'd like to come back to the boat.
Just come on back."
Yeah, so let me get this straight. Peter Dutton's whole gimmick is stopping the boats. And the one fucking boat that was actually dangerous, they let in the country. He should be ashamed of himself. Morrison too. Doesn't he actually have the paperweight that says, I stopped the boats or something
like
disgustingly gauche and racist like that? And, you didn't stop these ones, you massive twat. In closing, to fill the gaping maw in your life left by the absence of another one of these episodes for a few days, we encourage you to follow Christopher Maloney on Instagram. He's had some top-notch shirtless content.
And
check it out.
Links in the description below. Thank you, goodbye.